Hello everybody. So this set is 4 weeks old. I think I posted her first set with me before, so you saw this being done, and this was a matte top coat set over a milky white base. And as far as I know, any matte top coat does stain over time. So it's not like her nails were white and they got like super dirty. No, they were milky white, and they did get dirty over time. But that's, like I said, as far as I know, matte top coat does that over time. So or no matter the brand. So this client did have a little more lifting than what I'm used to, and not because of this, but this gave me more reason to try using an actual dehydrator on the clients that have lifting problems, which is like about 2 of them, I guess, including this one. I just wanted to see if using an actual dehydrator changes anything for them, because obviously the idea is to not have any lifting for anybody, because it just makes your time so much, it goes faster. So I'm just removing her old set and also taking care of any lifting, and you can see where the lifting came off on the sides of that middle finger. So it's a pretty like noticeable lifting. And so I'm just continuing removing per product, taking it down to the base gel. And at this point, I asked her if she wanted to go shorter, because for me it's easier to just trim the length this way instead of using my hand file to file it down. That's a lot of filing, and that's a lot of stress on your wrist. So just use your drill bit at a high speed, and that'll take care of it. And also when you're trimming the length, depending on the length of the nail, put your thumb over the center of the nail, like basically hold the artificial nail, so the client doesn't feel any vibrations or anything of the drill bit passing through it. So now I am going back over with my sanding band to remove any excess surface shine, any dirt, anything off the nail bed that you don't want under your fresh product. And this also would take care of any leftover lifting that was too thin for your previous drill bit to get, because obviously you don't want to harm the natural nail, you don't want to burn the client. So sometimes the sanding band is the best thing to do for that. At least that's what I do. And I just go at 5,000 RPMs. Anytime I use the sanding band for any reason, it's 5,000 RPMs. Nothing over that. And if I have to linger over a certain spot, I do little tiny heartbeats, like, well, you can't really see it because this video is sped up. But I do little tiny heartbeats so that I'm not burning them. I'm not lingering over a certain spot or anything like that. And then after that, sometimes before or after, it doesn't matter. But I regain the shape of the nail. Sidewall, free edge. Making sure the ring finger, middle finger, and the index all match. They're the same length, because those 3 I've heard have to be the same length. Not have to be. Like the middle finger could be a little under, little over, but not too much. So so I'm just regaining the shape before I begin my cuticle work. And I'm beginning my cuticle work. In the forward direction, I am cleaning up under her skin. And the rotation of my bit is also further pushing back her skin. Not in a painful way that you don't want to be actually pushing the skin back. You're just literally cleaning under the skin and going down to the sidewalls. But do not overfile the sidewalls, because that will make for weak sidewalls. Or like it'll just be problematic. So like I said, this client she never really has a lot of cuticle skin to begin with. So, and this is... I'm going back over the skin in the reverse direction, about anywhere from, I think it was like 12,000 RPMs. And I'm taking my cuticle nippers and removing like just a tiny like bit of skin. I could have used the cuticle bit, now that I think about it, not the round bit, but the thinner one that I used on myself in my previous video. I don't know why I did. I just didn't. I wanted to be difficult, I guess. So I dehydrated the nail with my manicure brush with that had acetone in it. I applied my Mia Secret non-acidic primer, extra bond. Now I went back over I only put base layer on my base gel the exposed nail. There's no reason to put on the entirety of the nail because product sticks to product. And now I don't know why I didn't get the rest of the nails, the structure, but I just didn't. So I apply the wet layer, and then I get a bigger bead, and I start to make my structure that way. But don't focus so much on making your structure with one bead or with like at this. It's okay if you make it in layers with hard gel. It's okay because you don't want to get heat spikes anyways, so it's fine. It self levels, so it is a little. It takes a little more time to get the apex and structure, but it'll be fine. And so I realized after I put the base gel, or after I finished making the first layer of the other nails, I realized that the look that she wanted today, the index fingers and the ring fingers had to be transparent. So good thing I caught it now. So I just cut off those four fingernails, and I further removed the product down to its base gel and removing the plastic tip, because I'm going to use forms on these four nails, just because I try to use forms when I can. And it helps to do it little by little. Like if you're going to repair a nail, try using a form instead of a tip if you have the time and if the client has the time. That way you can have a little practice on using forms on other people before you graduate to just doing a full set of forms on somebody. Always make sure they have the time though. So I always like to let my clients know what I'm doing if they have to know, so we're just on the same page. So I put my form, I built the free edge. Now I'm going back and adding another bead. I'm not removing the tacky layer right away because to regain the shape, because it was very, very thin, and I know usually I do that. I remove this sticky layer, and then I make the form or shape the nail, and then I go back and build the structure. But I just it was super thin, so I wanted to add a little bit more anchor to it, I guess. And I built the nails already. I guess I just did that off camera, sorry. I built the nails already, so with my sanding band, I'm going back over everything and tucking that into the cuticle, so I can make sure no product is on her skin, so because that will also cause lifting. I'm going over the entirety of the nail after doing the side. Well, no, I go around the cuticle, sorry. Then I start going across the nail or down the sides. I focus on the skin or the cuticle skin. And then I start buffing out the rest, or not buffing, but evening out the surface. And so for the ring fingers and what is it? Oh, sorry, just kidding. Okay, so right here, I'm actually building the structure of the nails. Okay, I thought I didn't record that, but I guess I did. So, I must have gone over with the sanding band to remake. Yeah, okay, I remade the texture. This is what the nails look like after they're filed and filled and buffed and beautiful. Shh, I'm recording, baby. Sorry. And then I put a base gel polish base over the ring fingers and the index fingers, so I can fill in the cracks of the sanding band, because I'm going to do a smoke effect on it, and I don't want the polish. From experience, let me tell you right now, if you're doing a smoke or anything that's gonna have to do with like marble or anything, put a gel polish base. I'm assuming that you have those scratches in the nails. Put a gel polish base to fill in those scratches. Wipe off the tacky layer if you want to, and then do your smoke design, because the polish will seep into those cracks, and then it's very difficult to get them out when you wipe it off. So double coated the black polish. With the all plain nails, the all black plain nails. Double coated that, cured that for a minute each, and then I did the black smoke one, and in the picture the black is very faint. It's just under the white, so that's why it's not, you can't see the black very well. And I'm using acetone to spread the polish around. And I wiped it at first because I didn't like how it was coming out. I put too much white from the gel polish. I put too much white. So I just wiped it off and started again. No big deal. And I'm doing the same thing on the other hand. I put a little bit of gel polish, a white gel polish. I'm using acetone to spread it around to give it that smoke or fog look. And I do that for all of her index, or both of her index fingers, all of them, like if she has like 5, both of her index fingers, both of her ring fingers, and just spreading around. And after this, I cure it so it stays in place, because after this I went back, I did a second little, like a little bit more white, and a little bit, well, I did a little bit more white on all 4 fingers, because I really wanted that white to pop like it did in her inspo pic. And now we are outlining the fog in black. And for this, I use gel paint, because gel paint is more brighter. To me, it's more vivid, and it stays in place. It's not streaky. So I don't know, just black gel paint, sorry, is better for this part. And I use a long liner brush, and I got a little bit of gel polish under her cuticle skin, so it looks like it's on top but it's under. And this is her completed look. I loved it so much. We went with shiny this time, and I got a lot of compliments on this one. I'm so happy. Thank you guys for watching.